That in 20 years, the guy who manages football team is not a football specialist.
He's just, what will he?
Just because the computer will tell him who to pick, you know. The players who are the best blood tests, the best fitness
like
tests,
Who's not tired?
what the computer chooses is the best combination of the team. And it could be just a guy, yes, who is certainly a big brain. And you could even imagine that in the interactive world, in 20 years, the supporters have the right to make one change at half-time.
They change on Twitter.
Or pick the defense, you know, on social networks. The interactive world
I hope it doesn't get that far.
I've got to say.
It can now. You cannot give advice. I think all of you can be managers, but you can only be with your own personality and by being who you really are. And that's what it is about. Let's not be fooled. The game belongs to the players. It's as simple as that, you know. And I believe I'm strongly convinced that. It's the players on the pitch. Why? Because the game is so great. You play 11 against 11. That's a billion of different situations possible. And no situation is exactly the same than the previous one. So the player has always to make a decision, perceive the situation, make a decision and execute. No manager in the world can absolutely tell the player exactly at the second what will happen to him. The player has to make that decision on the football. And you have to put them in a position where they can make clear decisions. You must know that for a manager, to win is normal. To lose is the atrocious thing. And the scars you have inside yourself are all the defeats that you have as a responsible of a team. And I'm sure that all the managers who listen to me today will agree with that. The success is normal. What remains forever is the defeats, and we had some heavy defeats as well. I don't know, because I'm responsible for the results, and what happened at the time, Ian, is that the first 5-6 years were very delicate because we had to pay back our debt. We had to pay. We had to make 55,000 people on average. We didn't know if we would fill the stadium, and we had to be 3 years out of 5 in the Champions League. So I signed for that, and knowing that the 5 years will suffer, maybe 7 or 8 or 9. Just made an interview with Thierry Henry. At some stage he told me, "Look, boss, that's nice to have young players, but I'm 30 years old. I have no time to wait until they're ready to win. I want to go now." What I could understand, because when a guy gets to 30, the clock ticks, and you think, there's not much time left for me, I have to win now. And that's why Patrick, Thierry, they all left because of that reason.
Did they lose patience?
You never, of course, you can never cheat a dressing room. They smell it in the dressing room, you know.
They know.
The players know. The general way was we had to sell our best players, you know, and I tried to get players with experience in, like William, but you need the core of the team has to be expensive. And at the end of the day, is it right or wrong? I don't know, but I'm happy for having done it, because now the club is in a different era, and hopefully we'll continue to play at the top and win championships again. But it's not easy, and but it's maybe my personality, because I found the values at this club that I like in the game, and sometimes I think that is very important, because on the other hand, I must say as well, the club gave me a chance when I was nobody. And I still like to think that loyalty exists, you know, and the club stood always by me, even in the bad periods. I always felt that, you know, as a manager, you have an influence on 3 levels. One, on the career, individual career of the player. You're not successful with every player. 2, on the style of play and the results of the team. And 3, on the structure of the club. And I think I like to think that the club today is at a different level than when I arrived. And as well, when I will leave, that I will leave a good team with strong financial resources and good structures at the club. That will be my pride to see that somebody comes in and does better. I will completely never leave this club, because I will always, my first look will always be for the result of Arsenal, how well the club develops, you know, and I will always be attached, but it's difficult. You do not give 22 years of your life like that, and I gave the best years of my life to this club, you know. I arrived at 46 years old, and I worked 7 days a week, not 6, and not 6.5, 7 for 22 years. So you cannot just walk away and say thank you very much, bye bye. It is absolutely normal. Cannot be on one side completely committed and after walk away like nothing happened. It's impossible. I know that I will face that challenge, that it will be difficult for me, but I had other difficulties in my life, and I hope I will get through this one as well.